As we take our journey into the depths of hell, we wonder what kind of marvels RTD is going to bring us this week. We start with an atom bomb test in Nevada. Bomb? What a perfect metaphor! Then the bomb goes boom boom, like the ratings for this horrific excuse for a show. We see a theater full of white people, and I start thinking, this can't be good. Remember what happened the last time the white elitists that run this show gave us an episode filled with white people? Do as we say, not as we do. We're better than you, pleb. Now watch my show so I can call you scum. This white dude is making tea. How oppressive of you. You are so canceled. No time for that now. He has to hide the reels of naughty films from Dr. Nutty. I wouldn't worry, white dude. That stuff is pretty tame compared to what this creep is into. Then he starts a cartoon, which is probably some sex thing that only perverts can understand, so it should be quite clear to the degenerates that pretend to like this crap. Mr. Ring-a-Ding goes to town. Oh, I'm sure he does. Then he starts harassing whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Then, as Mr. Ring-a-Ding starts singing, I start banging my head against the desk, and we're only 2 minutes in. Then a film reel gets possessed. Mr. Ring-a-Ding starts insulting the white people, then pops out of the screen, and things start to go awry. Oh, you don't know the half of it, and Dr. Nutty hasn't even shown up yet. Then, as if on cue, we are greeted to a shot of our favorite sex pervert's crotch, and diversity hire number 6 continues to endear herself to nobody and is probably the most unpleasant companion ever to grace the TARDIS. I'd rather take 12 hours of listening to Janet Fielding bitch about how bitter she is at life than listen to the sounds coming from her pie hole for more than 30 seconds. It seems the one date the TARDIS can't reach is May 24th. Take note, parents, it will be safe to take your kids out on May 24th. All this does is give diversity hire number 6 more reasons to bitch. Christ, dude, just throw her out the airlock. Dr. Nutty asks diversity hire number 6 if she has a boyfriend, and I'm sure we're all shocked to learn that the answer is no. I mean, why not? She's so delightful. Then she talks about her dad being a terrible singer. Yeah, we know, dads are just terrible at everything. They're not perfect like you. She says she wants to see her parents again, but I have an idea the feeling's not mutual. I mean, could you imagine having to deal with this day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade? Then Dr. Nutty shows off his new sexual pleasuring object and all the fun places it can go. It sure can, Dr. Nutty. It sure can. He says he can get diversity hire number 6 home. All she has to do is get on. We know this isn't going to happen because we already know we get an entire season of this delight. Then the show gets canceled, hopefully to never be seen again. Dr. Nutty says his new sexual pleasuring device will land them on May 24th. Then it lands them in 1952. And anyone with a functioning brain, so anybody that isn't one of the degenerate losers that pretends to like this crap, should be able to see exactly where this is going. Oh, what family fun this is! Who doesn't like coming home from a hard day at work, something that the elitists in charge of this trek will never know, to spend 45 minutes with the insufferables? Then diversity hire number 6 just realizes that she's dressed like a bum. Nothing like not noticing that you look like a hobo until the second episode. But this makes Dr. Nutty very excited because he gets a chance to dress her up as a doll. Then we get a dance sequence as we are transported into hell. They're in Miami, which means that somebody should alert the local media. Whatever you do, do not go anywhere near this man. Then diversity hire number 6 tells us that she learned about Rock Hudson during her HIV training course. Well, that's just delightful for a kid's TV show. Dr. Nutty wants to know why they chained up the cinema. Simple, to keep your creepy ass out. It's been closed by the city. Now Dr. Nutty needs to find somewhere else to have a wank. Oh no, the theater has been doing mysterious things to people. What a pickle. What a pickle indeed. No time for that though. Dr. Nutty's pleasuring device just went ding and he needs to find somewhere to shove it. Diversity hire number 6 then gets annoyed at the very idea of preventing people from getting killed in the theater of death. That's been the subject of many a horror movie, and I find myself wishing I was watching one of them instead, but nope, I'm going to force my way through this because I hate myself. Diversity hire number 6 then refers to Dr. Nutty as Scooby-Doo, but Dr. Nutty says he prefers to refer to himself as Velma. Wrong, dude. Velma was more likable and much less creepy. Then diversity hire number 6 gives this poor dude the look of death while they go have a coffee. Man, she keeps becoming more likable by the minute. People have gone missing after visiting the theater of death. I guess they knew Dr. Nutty was coming to town and decided to get the hell out. Then we get a lecture about segregation and not being allowed in booths. Actually, they're not even allowed in the diner. How delightful. Nothing like getting smacked in the middle of the head with the mallet of the eternally offended upper-class British elitist pricks. And diversity hire number 6 really needs needed something else to be offended by. It's been almost 5 minutes. This lady starts telling them about her missing son. All the while, it looks like Dr. Nutty wants to bang her, because this man will bang anything. It seems the caretaker still plays movies at night. Can't have that. No fun allowed for white people, only lecturing and hate. Then Dr. Nutty gets excited. Dude, just leave the caretaker alone. He's done nothing to you, creep. Then Dr. Nutty breaks into the building, which is breaking the law, but they'll just put it down to oppression. Then Dr. Nutty goes on about the theater being a segregated space. That's irrelevant now, Dr. Nutty, seeing as you broke in, which is a crime, meaning you're a criminal. The caretaker dude really wants Dr. Nutty to go away. Sorry, dude, this guy doesn't take no for an answer. Trust me, many have tried. Then diversity hire number 6 takes a second to be offended, once again, by the fact that Dr. Nutty refers to itself as the doctor. Of course, dear, but he's not just the doctor, he's Dr. Nutty, the sex pest. As Dr. Nutty approaches, the caretaker becomes more and more terrified. Dude, just call the police. Then, as Mr. Ring-a-Ding comes out of nowhere, diversity hire number 6 gets offended again, and Dr. Nutty tries to figure out how he's going to bang a cartoon. Mr. Ring-a-Ding then gets very sad. Yeah, I'd be sad if these two came across me too. Just tell yourself it'll be over soon, like the sweet embrace of death. Then diversity hire number 6 starts to cartoon shame Mr. Ring-a-Ding and tells him he looks like a pig. Man, what an unpleasant woman. It seems it's not a good idea to make Mr. Ring-a-Ding laugh. That's a bit hard. How can you not laugh at diversity hire number 6 and her degree of unpleasantness? It's hilarious. Then he laughs and a bunch of letters on the theater marquee start falling down and spell Harbinger, because RTD still seems to be under the delusion that anybody actually cares about his stupid plot threads. Even the people that pretend to like this crap don't care. It seems Mr. Ring-a-Ding's real name is Lux. Nah, too many names. In honor of Dr. Nutty, from henceforth, I'm going to refer to you as Ding Dong. It seems nobody dies until Ding Dong is done singing his song. Then, Jesus, dude, sing faster! Then things get much worse for the caretaker when Dr. Nutty breaks into his projection booth. Run, dude! Just run, and don't look back! Then diversity hire number 6 gets offended at the very notion of a white dude talking to her. It seems the caretaker dude was married for 20 years, and this time they both get offended. No marriage here, just insufferable girl boss diversity hires and creepy dudes named Dr. Nutty who refuse to get tied down because that would interrupt his mission to bang everything in sight. But it seems his wife was killed crossing the road because that's how true love ends in this universe. But Ding Dong brought his wife back in film form. Well, that was nice of him, but Dr. Nutty is disgusted and diversity hire number 6 is offended. Dr. Nutty says there are terrifying things in the universe. We know, Dr. Nutty. We're looking at one of those things right now. Oh no, it seems the white dudes are trapped on film. Careful, or diversity hire number 6 might crack a smile. Then Ding Dong decides he's had enough of Dr. Nutty and his crap and decides to present us with the showreel of RTD's biggest failures. Thanks a lot, Ding Dong. Most of us have tried to block last season out. What a jerk. Then diversity hire number 6 tries to resolve the situation by getting offended and telling Ding Dong to let them go. Wow, you really have never had to put any work into anything, have you? Then Ding Dong turns Dr. Nutty and diversity hire number 6 into a cartoon. But this doesn't result in making him any less creepy and her any less insufferable and generally unpleasant. Also, the level of animation indicates that the effects team really was trying their best. It seems being sad makes them more three-dimensional. Well then, just bring in the few remaining real Doctor Who fans and you should be in the 4th dimension in no time. Then they're 3-dimensional again because they can only stretch their several $million effects budget so far, given the capabilities of the effects department. Then they break the frame and escape. Probably a good thing because that backdrop was getting far too expensive. Just in time too because the police are finally here with the lady from the diner to bust Dr. Nutty and his creepy ass. And for the first time in years, I actually find myself smiling during an episode of this flaming train wreck. Then diversity hire number 6 gets offended and tells the police officer, "Don't you dare point a gun at us. We've done nothing wrong." Yeah, that's not how this works, dear. And there's this thing called breaking and entering. Then, with all the subtlety of a fat woman's ass, after raiding the buffet for 3 hours, the police officer tells them they're in a white man's theater. Oh dear, I don't think any of us ever saw that coming. Oh RTD, you really are a master of twists. Also, this shouldn't be about race. There are many, many more valid reasons to arrest Dr. Nutty. The man's a pervert. We're in a movie theater. In a few minutes, he'll be pulling a Pee Wee Herman. But, oh my, it wasn't a cop after all. They're still in the crappy movie, and I'm still watching this crappy show. Then they take a minute to break the 4th wall, and if you're not creeped out by this, there's definitely something wrong with you, or you're a creep yourself, meaning that a good portion of the audience didn't get creeped out. Then they break the film and climb out of a TV into modern day, and things are about to get silly as they meet their 3 remaining fans who are still deluding themselves into thinking this show will ever get any better, and they've decided to use merchandise as props because they are fully aware that nobody wants to buy that crap. Then this lady says, hashtag RIP Doctor Who. Hey man, that's my line, and at least you people are finally starting to face reality. And yes, that was in the script. They actually did that. I would say this is where the show finally jumped the shark. If that didn't already happen 5 years ago, Dr. Nutty then gets upset when even the people on his show don't like his crappy run. They say their favorite episode is Blink from 19 years ago, and Diversity Hire number 6 says that's stupid and gets offended. They say this episode is a bit obvious. Well, I was going to say complete crap, but that works too. They start offering possible solutions to the current dilemma, but Diversity Hire number 6 gets offended and calls them annoying. Then they admit the truth, that they're not real and they don't exist. Well, obviously they don't exist. There are no true fans of the show left. What a twist! The fictional fans start offering solutions, but Dr. Nutty gets distracted when he realizes that he hasn't tried to bang any of them yet. Then the fake fans get sad when they realize that they'll soon blink into non-existence. Like this show. How sad. Then they burn the celluloid and escape again. Did they really escape this time? Who cares? At least it's almost over. Then Dr. Nutty regenerates his hand. Why? I no longer care enough to ask why. Ding Dong decides that he can make good use of regeneration energy, and Dr. Nutty gets excited when he realizes it's going to involve some S&M stuff. Ding Dong gets excited. Now we can go outside, something most current fake Doctor Who fans never do unless it's time for a new bottle of Vaseline. Then Diversity Hire number 6, instead of just asking the caretaker for a match so she can rip off Inglourious Bastards and set the film on fire, first decides to shame him for having nicotine-stained fingers. Then the caretaker decides to burn the film himself because, let's face it, Diversity Hire number 6 is pretty much useless, and then Ding Dong dissipates into space, the toxic white people come back, and who's this? Nobody cares, but reminds us that the show ends on May 24th. Oh, it sure does! And these people are back, despite being told that they would cease to exist. Well, who cares about consistency? And this trash is over for yet another week. Praise the Lord! And that's it for today. Don't forget to follow me on X, and until next time, piss off!